allow you to do that?
Well, it's the high-scoring team in the NHL, and they come with speed, and they're very skilled, and they're veteran, and they play a smart, hard game. I think the two teams are possibly different only in systems, but not necessarily in style. They won't cheat the game. We won't. They're going to play hard. They are capable of scoring goals in structure, so they're not going to cheat the game. You don't. They're a hard team then because of that to take their offense away from them. You know, the teams that maybe have a really high risk profile, you can do some things that choke their game off and they don't score on you. These guys, you'll have to be right on every shift.
And two teams that both roll four lines as well, two deep squads.
Because they have really good players on all four lines, right? And all the D will play, and both veteran teams with an eye on managing their schedule. Pete's team's just come off a heavy schedule. We're going into one, so everybody plays, everybody contributes.
And just updates on Evan Rodrigues.
Okay. Oh, so he won't go tonight, and that's precautionary. As of right now, I would say he's probably going to be available for Carolina. We'll see. Every time you put these guys on an airplane, you're never sure how they're going to, the swelling and all that the next day. So possibly Carolina. This is short term for sure.
And Barkey looks good to go.
He's ready.
Looking at Calaposo, is he getting in tonight?
He plays tonight. Yeah, he's just going to go in Evan's spot. Mm-hmm. So we'll leave the other lines together. It's nice having a right-hand shot that can go in on that line who's played the position. So that's the simplest solution for tonight.
He's got over 1,000 games. You've seen him a million times.
Yeah.
Is it different when you see him on your team for the first time?
Yeah, I'm excited for him. And I'm going to keep in mind what a change it's been for him, right? He's only played for two other teams. He's been 8 years in Buffalo. He's the captain of the team, so you have this. You got a lot of weight, and then you come to a team and you're not the captain, and it's an older team, and you can just go out and play hockey. You don't have to carry the burden of making sure you point out all the mistakes to the young guys and make sure everything is right. He can just focus on himself. I just hope he goes out and has fun tonight. I won't over-evaluate this game unless it's fabulous. I want him to get into the game, get that feeling with his new group of guys, and just have fun.
What's the biggest thing that jumps out about Kyle's skill set?
He's hard and heavy on the walls up and down the board, so he's not going to get beat to a puck in terms of lack of fear. He's going in first. If he can get it, he gets it. He's going to make the right play all the time as a veteran guy. He'll take advantage when he gets a chance, but he's not going to cheat the game.
Bob and Nat?
Yes.
Looking at the Finland game, last time you were there, we were there.
Yeah.
2018, but what does it mean this time around? Last time I think it was only three guys. I think it was Liney, Barkey, and you.
Right.
Now it seems like we could have as many as 8 guys going over this time. But just a real good representation.
Right. The last time that's interesting is I did a coaches clinic there, and Tuomo Ruutu was there, who's now on the coaching staff. So it's just interesting how it all comes together. These are great events for sure. The best idea though is we've got 4 Finns. Who knows? We may have 5 or 6 by the time we get to Finland next year. They get to kind of show off their home, and this is a really I'm looking forward with this group of guys because they have so much fun together and they're so much fun to be around, and they like each other. They're just going to move as a big pack of hockey players right around Finland, so it'll be fun. This does get to be sometimes routine, as you know. Right, you know what you're going to be doing in an NHL schedule 6 months to now to the hour where you're going to be on any given day. So when you get a little bit of a break in the routine, it's great, it's special, and then those connections that you make in that environment are different than the normal everyday connections. It'll be good for our team.
When we were there in 2009, Barkey was in the stands. In 2018, Lundy was in the stands.
Yes.
Is it fun knowing in events like this you probably have some NHL
for sure,
stars
right?
in the
Because
stands?
it's such a big deal. As much as I'm going to offend everybody I'm talking to right now, it's not the same on TV. It is different. NHL hockey is different live. It's incredibly fast. So they get a chance to see, 2 really good teams that are going to go over. Both these teams will be very strong next year again, and they're going to get to see hockey played at a very high level and inspired, right? There's a future Dallas Star, Florida Panther in the stands. Doesn't know it yet, but those are great memories.
Oh, I know you and Pete have a strong relationship. What have you just thought of the job he's done in Dallas so far?
A very, very difficult thing to do. I mean, and they were a good team, and he would admit that when he got here, and they're a really strong defensive team. But as of sitting today, they've scored more goals than anybody else in the National Hockey League. And I don't know that even now people understand that because they don't. Dallas historically was this defensive grinding team going back to their championships with the Hitchcock days. I mean, they were a hard grinding team, and they still are. but he's done a really good job of kind of tapping into some of that skill and speed. And they brought those young kids along, and those guys are now driving the bus. So they are not the stay-at-home, grind it out, bang it in. They're gonna try to beat you off the rush with speed and skill, and then they're gonna defend hard. He's done a very good job.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.